Here we are on the 39 Packard, still doing woodwork and fitting parts in. It's a lot of filing and shaping and getting the woodwork real nice. And then putting all the metal back into place and lining everything up. We're getting ready to line up the doors and some other things on this side. And keep y'all posted of how we come along with it. We're finally back working on her again. Alright, just rough fitting the wood. Like I said, we're hitting right here, so we're going to keep sanding that little bit out, and then we'll have to put the wedges in the bottom and across the back. But give you a quick idea, that's what we're doing this morning. Alright, pop that back off, Elliot, and we'll stick that on the stand. Well, a little bit at a time, fitting her in and out, getting some measurements, trimming up and shaping the wood all the way around. We're getting the gaps better, and I'll come around here to the inside and shaving off the wood on this front, and you just got to keep filing it down so we get it just right, and then we'll get our gaps just right. Still got to move it back and tilt it back. Yeah, that's better there. We're not far from shimming it out and seeing exactly where we are. Still got to go forward on the bottom more, but it's coming a little bit at a time. Yeah, you're just gonna, like I said, when you push it forward like that, you got the right gap across the bottom and across the back. And then Harry, tilt the top back towards the back of the car a little bit. Yeah, you'll get it right across there. Yeah. And then you still got more to take out of the front, but I want you to put your spacers in and press it up against where it needs to be in the back and the top, and then we can get things slowly clamped into place where it's going to be for the front.
Yeah, because I'm going to need to put this rocker panel in at least.
Yeah, we're not far. I just wanted you to take away from the hole until we can try to get them into the pockets a little bit, and start measuring and laying everything up.
Go up there in the top corner again, Harry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. We'll put you tape them in. If you just tape in the little spacer plates down the sides, and then you can press up against it. Still got a ways to go.
Yeah. How is it out there as far as gap?
It's tight. Like, we got to move things. I mean, like I said, none of this was ever together since we've had it. And we've done a lot of crisscross measurement, but it's still tight. We got to move the wood, and
I feel like,
alright.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like the pillar needs to move.
No, we'll have to look at it.
Yeah, it's achievable. That's why.
There it goes. Well, when we go to put it back together, this has a panel right here that gets nailed into the wood. And if I don't remove the old lead that I'm going to be doing new lead right against where we put it in, it'll be infected, it'll blister, it'll come up. And then a lot of the old lead, we've been running into normal rust under the corners, under the edges. But where you have to go back and do new leading to put the joint together and to cover up the joint. See how thick that is? I mean, it's a good piece of lead that they have wrapped around the corner to get the edging seam from factory to be nice and neat. Like I said, some of it's good, but you got rust under this area here, and that's where we're going to be leading right down this line to cover up where the other piece gets nailed to the wood. And we're going to be cleaning this piece of metal right here and acid treat it. We've already cleaned and we started acid treating here, and we got to continue so we can do the lead over it. The only big incorruption with anything is having any oxidation under it was original rust. And yeah, I'm just using propane. Nice slow heat real quick just to remove it, even it out, not warp the panel any. And we'll go back and continue to clean it more. See, this under here, in the beginning, how they're made is pretty rough and got voids. And usually under them voids, it's got a pretty good bit of rust. I mean, this is normal if you shine a light in here. All this black and everything is rust. But we're going to be redoing the seam. Originally, you can see how much got shaped out of there. That's original lead, but you got rust all under it right here coming all the way out, and all that'll do is haunt you. You try to leave this and redo lead next to it, you're just going to be doing it again and again. So you have to get it out of your way and start from scratch. See how bad the old lead is. Got huge cracks in it, holes, big lines going through it. It's just it's added to age. You're gonna have to remove it to be able to start over. It's got it rust all up underneath of that line there. It's just I'm moving it with a wire brush and covering it up with the lead, covering back over. I didn't get you, did I?
A little, not much.
So that's all that cherrying going on. That's rust oxidation on the edge. That's just where things got broke through. It's old. Almost 80 years, so it's got its age. Yeah, like one of the main reasons of removing, if you zoom in, you got a big pocket right there of rust underneath of the lead. And we're going to go back and clean it, but we want to remove all this before we go to grinding or cleaning it. This is all original old lead. There's a big another pocket of rust underneath right there in the middle. Right where a crack was. And if you leave that, it's all down in there, but it'll be gassing out. And it'll remove and just ruin all your hard work of making the car look nice. That place will just come back and haunt you. And like, I'm covering some of it up, but if you see right there, there's another big pocket right there. They're like the size of an eraser. And they're coming right through where the cracks are in the lead. And this is just normal in the age of this vehicle. Big old pocket in the corner. 3-4 pockets in that. Another one there. Oh, grab that, somebody. That's how strong lead is, though. I mean, the age of it, 90% of it's good, but it'll outlast any putty or any modern thing. You usually try to get things. See, you got pockets of rust all right through there going up. That's where it's coming out, and then this is real good. But you got to remove one area to fix the other area. We had big pockets in the very back, but a lot of the lead looks good, but it's got little pockets all underneath of it. These big crack lines and all through the lead usually end up meaning that there's a corruption underneath of it. And it's been sanded on, repainted a few times, so people have probably cracked through the lead. And who's that?
It's I think it's on hold.